Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello there. I'm Phil. This is Chip Advisor, and this week we are talking about Easter eggs because we want to be on theme. I am here with Lewis. How are you, Lewis?
Blessings, friends and listeners, on this lead up to Easter. I'm very well, Phil. Feeling a bit tired in the thought of everything that needs to be done this week, but I'm okay.
So, is this more of a cup final than Christmas for you?
It is more condensed than Christmas. Christmas kind of spreads out for about a month worth of events, whereas Holy Week and Easter is a lot condensed within a short period of time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But this feels like the big one.
Oh,
Easter.
This is the big one.
Okay. And I am here with.
No, Mikey, that was so not right.
Oh, I've adopted that as a theme, have I?
Well, it doesn't really feel like a theme, but I saw your name was written next to that soundbite, so I thought I'd press it. I saw someone at the Formula One the other day wearing a T-shirt. I was watching it on TV. I wasn't there. It was in like Australia or something. But they had a T-shirt on that said "Ferraris are red, Hasses are white." No, Michael, no, this is so not right. Brilliant. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
How are you, Mike?
Well, I'm all right. I'm suffering with a bit of a sore throat, lads. Currently wading my way through an egg mayonnaise sandwich in tribute to the fact we're doing Easter eggs. It is an egg mayonnaise sandwich. I actually purchased it on the way home from Lewis's on Sunday night, and it's remained in my car ever since. We're recording this on a Tuesday, so anything could happen.
No, Mikey, that was so not right.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that could be problematic. By the end of the podcast, you may have to rush off for different reasons, I suppose.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, the car has long doubled up as a wardrobe, an extra office, and now an extra fridge.
Or not, as the case may be.
Yeah.
Or not. It feels quite firm. I think we'll be all right. We'll see what happens.
Okay, fine. Well, if you duck out for a few minutes, we'll understand.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So we're talking Easter eggs. Eggs at Easter are a very long-standing tradition, going back to early Christians in Mesopotamia who used to dye eggs for the Easter period. So they used to use coloured dyes and dip actual eggs rather than chocolate eggs because chocolate eggs weren't a thing. But they used to actually dye their eggs and then they would leave them, and they weren't allowed to eat eggs at Lent.
Okay.
So people now give up all sorts for Lent. Lewis, I forgot what you said you had given up, but you've definitely given up something. Right? You're taking up cooking with Joe.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, it's going very well. I can just see Joe just going off to the shops to buy ingredients for whatever this week's recipes may hold for us.
Oh, very good.
I think I seem to have inadvertently given up shaving as well. I don't think I ever made that decision practically for Lent, but it's kind of happened.
You look more of a professor than you did before.
Excellent.
So if that's the look you're going for, it's really working.
Perfect. So. Sounds perfect.
So that's good. I've been taking pictures of my spoon during Lent, which has been fun. Mike, did you give anything up?
Yeah, social media.
Oh, yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Remember, on a daily basis, actually.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I may stay off social media. It's giving me more time to spend doing crosswords.
Yeah, that's. I am happy for you. So, in the old times, they used to dye these eggs and give them as gifts, and actually during Lent they weren't allowed eggs, which is also why they used to make pancakes on Shrove Tuesday because. Enjoy the eggs whilst they could. And so when Easter Sunday came around, tucking into an egg was a real treat.
Well, hold on. What happened to eggs that were laid during that time?
That is a great question.
Yeah. There's a serious, wastage there.
Yeah, maybe they just left their eggs laying around for days on end, and then decided to eat them when they were somewhat past their best.
Yeah, maybe they just left them in the car for a few days.
Maybe.
Maybe they just hatched.
Well, yeah, all of them just hatched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't go through this again.
Okay, fine.
We can't go through this again, Michael.
Do you know the reason about the why the coloured eggs of where that came from? Phil?
You do.
Please, Reverend, tell us.
Tell by the tone of your voice. So please tell me, Lewis.
Well, I've been researching this morning. We're not all about the preparation for Easter. I did remember this in the bygone memories somewhere far back in my mind. That if you ever see pictures of Mary Magdalene, who was one of Jesus's kind of female disciples and mentioned various times in the Bible, sometimes if you see pictures of her, she's often holding a red egg.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. And the reason for that tradition goes that she had an audience with the Caesar at the time and was trying to explain the resurrection to Caesar, and was using an egg as a symbol of a tomb and I guess of the empty tomb. And Caesar said to Mary Magdalene, Jesus was no more risen than the egg in your hand is red. At which point the chicken's egg in Mary's hand turned red.
Wow.
Oh, look at
that's cool.
Right, there you go. Little story there of where the coloured eggs at Easter came from.
So I like the idea that Mary was there doing a kind of little play for a little puppet show.
Yeah.
Not massively different to what I do when I'm trying to teach people the offside rule with salt and pepper pots.
It sounds pretty much identical.
Yeah. Love that.
You never know. You might, in thousands of years' time, there might be, painted pictures of you holding some sacks of salt and pepper up, and you just never know. And then someone will be trying to explain the reason for it.
I thought you said for a moment they're holding sacks, but
as in a saxophone,
or
Potato.
A
oh.
Oh.
Always.
Where's that button?
Yeah. So just to confirm, I will be editing the podcast today. So great, thanks. That is excellent. So yeah, eggs. Various traditions and superstitions have sprung up around eggs at Easter. It was rumored that eggs laid on Good Friday were said to turn into diamonds if they were kept for 100 years. Now, the problem with this is life expectancy, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's highly unlikely that you are going to keep an egg for 100 years for many reasons. But the fact that you'll likely be dead is a biggie.
Yeah, and I suppose, did you say this was in the Middle Ages?
Yeah, this one was, yeah.
Yeah, I suspect life expectancy was somewhat lower as well, even less likely.
Exactly. Some people believe that eggs cooked on Good Friday and then eaten on Easter Sunday. So who cooks an egg and eats it 2 days later, apart from Mike?
Yeah.
They believed that would promote fertility and prevent sudden death. They're two very different things, promoting fertility and preventing sudden death, but it's nice to have all-encompassing eggs that can help you.
Maybe our next episode, Mike could be able to tell us which ones worked.
Yeah, I'll do my gender reveal.
Fertility or death.
Yeah.
That's a good Eddie Izzard sketch. Cupcake or death. Fertility or death.
Yeah.
And people used to get their eggs blessed before they ate them. And people also used to play like conkers with eggs. But a big thing that still happens now, although less so, is egg rolling competitions.
Oh yeah.
Which I think I might do. I've heard that egg shell is actually very good for the garden.
Right.
I looked up one article on some sort of tree that I was trying to prune, and now all that comes up on my computer is articles about gardening. But I have seen some about eggshell. So egg rolling is a competition where you see how far you can roll an egg before it cracks.
Yeah.
So we could do that with the kids on Sunday. I think that'd be fun.
We should make a notable mention that obviously normally we would go over to Gardener's Corner around, but Harry's off on his holidays. Hope you're having a good time, Harry.
He'll be warmer than we are right now.
Maybe that's what they did with all the eggs that weren't being eaten. They just rolled them around.
It is. You are right though. You have picked a hole in that story. There's quite a long time just to be wasting eggs. Maybe they were sacrificial.
Good for the hair, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, apparently so. Yeah. Apparently so.
So maybe they were just massaged into scalps.
Now I've seen you crack eggs onto numerous heads over the years.
Yeah, it's a big pastime of mine.
Yeah. So the people you've cracked eggs into, have they commented that the hair's been improved afterwards?
No, they've more been furious with me. Truth be told.
Fine.
Shall I let a little peek behind the curtain?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's not the most substantial of curtains. It's probably one of those flimsy shower curtains you get in a hotel bathroom. But in case you ever came to one of my young people's Easter holiday clubs, and people were picking eggs to have cracked on their head, I would always maneuver it so that the penultimate egg was the egg that got cracked because it built the suspense.
Right.
So yes, that was where I want people to, I don't want people to get the impression that I'm just wandering around cracking eggs on heads, randomly. It was in the context of a young people's activity morning.
There's a few of us who twitched at the Mike's comment of his Easter holiday club morning. A few of our listeners who also helped in the making of that mayhem.
Oh, that's a very Freudian slip. Sorry if I said mine. No,
well,
there were a lot of supportive people.
A lot of supportive wives in there.
Yes, indeed.
The reason people did egg rolling is to remember the tomb entrance being rolled away. It's to symbolize that the tomb that Jesus was in, the stone was rolled away, and that's why they roll the eggs on Easter as a fun little game. How far, Mike? Because I'll put it into practice at the weekend. How far could you roll an egg, do you reckon, before it cracked? And I'll see if I can beat it.
My fear is I'd be bent over and
that's everyone's fear.
How far could I roll an egg? If I'm allowed to stop for breaks,
what?
I don't know, half a mile.
That is. I mean, I haven't got a garden that's half a mile big, so I'm gonna struggle.
I'll do it on the pavement, mate. But half a mile
on a pavement? Are you insane?
No.
Are we talking one roll here in kind of one motion?
No,
or
like
multiple rolls?
Stops. I'm going to have to take stops.
Okay. Right.
Oh, I don't want to be behind you for that because even though I work making belts, I am yet to find a belt that holds your trousers up.
It's true. I think we need to clarify: is egg rolling or egg bowling? Because egg bowling would be when it's just one long roll.
It's egg rolling.
Egg rolling would suggest that I can, take a breath, back I go, return to the project in hand.
Well, it's a contest in which eggs are rolled over a lawn using a spoon or a paddle.
Well, then a mile.
Oh, so it's like an egg. It's like a very strange egg and spoon race.
Yeah,
where the egg is on the floor and egg croquet. Yes.
A mile. I don't know how many times that is around the recreation ground, but
okay, maybe that's something to do on Sunday. Maybe we'll meet you up there and doing. Oh, it's a quagmire up there. There's been a lot of rain. I haven't thought this through. Anyway, the first chocolate egg, which people understand as Easter eggs these days.
Yeah.
First English chocolate egg, anyway, because they were ahead of us in France and Germany, was sold by Fry's in 1873. And now up to 80 million are sold in the UK each year. Now, I don't know about you, but shrinkflation has got the better of a lot of Easter eggs. I used to treat my colleague to an Easter egg or two as we approached Easter, just to, because I'm kind. But I've seen now the categories of small egg, medium leg, and large egg have changed to medium leg. Ooh, this is harder to say than I was expecting. Medium egg, large egg, and XL egg. And what they're categorizing as a large egg last year, on average, was around 240-gram egg
Oh God, you've really
With-
looked into this. Okay, yeah,
with 2 chocolate bars. So let's say a Mars bar,
Yeah.
Easter egg, would have
Yeah.
been about 242 grams, and you get 2 Mars bars. Now you get 1 Mars bar, and it's 202 grams.
okay.
And the price has gone up.
Well, I'm horrified on your behalf.
Thank you. You don't have to be horrified on my behalf because I've been to the Daily Mail website and there's lots of people are horrified. It's not just me.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Since Kraft took over Cadbury's, I haven't bought any. It's all their fault. That's what people are saying.
Oh, okay. That's not a statement by you. That's
No.
Feels like it could be a statement by you, Phil.
It does feel like it could be. But yeah, I mean, people are very angry. Batman 10 from Brighton. What's new? We've been knowing it's been happening for years. It's daylight robbery. Stop buying them, and then they won't make them smaller. Well, I mean, that's hard for children, isn't it?
yeah.
Very hard. But yeah, here you go. Someone from Southampton, which might say a lot about them. They suggest that you should open up all the eggs in the shop and take them out before you buy them to compare the actual sizes.
Okay. I mean, presumably it'd just be done on weight.
Yeah, I mean, that would be easier. But
Okay.
maybe people can't envisage what 201 grams look like. And because the chocolate's got thinner, it's
Yeah.
hard from the outside. Maybe it's difficult to see. When you were younger, sorry, side note, when you were younger, do you remember, Mike? You probably do because she was your mother as well. But I
yeah.
remember going round the co-op in Fordingbridge, and Mum would be like buying a loaf of bread, and she would open the bread before she'd purchased it, and just give me a slice so I can eat.
Yeah.
And then she would buy the rest of the bread at the till. Was that?
I've been known to eat the sausage roll on the way around and then just give them the wrapper.
Oh no,
What?
this really stresses me out when I see people doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
I think if it's
Well,
done with integrity, it's not a problem.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan
No.
at all.
I've
Yeah,
only done
okay.
it. I only did it once. I had to do it a few years ago. After giving blood and then passing out, and then and then I needed a sugary treat, so I went to Tesco's and had to eat a few Haribo on my way round.
And then you just
Gosh.
crawl to the till and hold up your bag.
Yeah,
Just take this.
absolutely. Yeah, still made me pay.
Well, yes, yeah. They will do that. They will do that. Shops. Okay, gents, are you ready for a quiz, which could be, well, not as controversial as Harry's quiz last time on where Viennese Worlds were giving us an answer for a biscuit.
Our WhatsApp thread was blowing up after that. There was a lot of anger.
It was
Mostly
just
from
me.
Phil.
Not from me.
Yeah, mostly
No.
from Phil.
I would like to say, and it's unfortunately it's pretty hard to get mobile signal where I am, so I can't possibly say. But I would like to assume that we've received multiple emails saying cake, as I requested. But I guess we'll never know.
Not unless we
Oh
log
my
in.
goodness! Oh my goodness! This is very exciting. This is huge. I have just checked my emails. This wasn't a planned section of the podcast, but can I just say hello to our Algerian listeners?
Oh, go on.
This has got to be something to do with Harry being, well, he's not in Algeria, so it can't be. Right. We have moved into the Apple Podcasts comedy chart in Algeria. We are number 37.
Go on.
Oh, this is great news.
This is our first ever ranking in any country ever. Apple Podcasts. We are 37th in the comedy podcast section in Algeria.
Wow.
This is huge.
Wow.
This is huge. Ah,
Could-
thank you
oh,
to all our
this-
Algerian friends.
Oh, I need some sort of press release. We need this to be
Yeah.
put on our posters.
Wow. Very good.
Mike, what's your favourite thing about Algeria, Mike?
Ooh.
That's right, Riyad Mahrez.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Riyad Mahrez. Yeah. I quite like their football shirts. Nice shade of green.
Okay.
This is all quite football focused, isn't it?
Lewis is a knowledgeable man. What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
favourite thing about Algeria, Lewis?
Very nice flag.
Oh, it has.
Very
You are
nice
right.
flag.
Yeah, no, you're right there. It's got a very nice flag. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with your answers, and I think
I also like that it has a coastline with the Saharan desert.
how can it have a coastline with a desert?
I don't know. I've scanned Wikipedia there really quickly.
Yeah,
But
is there a reason your face has disappeared from our screen on your mobile phone, Mike? You need to do something else.
Yeah, I like that most visits to Algeria are trouble-free. according to gov.uk.
Essentially, like most of my trips to Blandford.
Yeah,
mostly visits are trouble-free. In certain areas, of course, in larger cities, there are instances of robbery, pickpocketing, and petty theft, but not most visits.
good.
As long as you avoid areas you don't know, especially after dark, and avoid carrying large amounts of money or valuables with you. So that's nice. That's great.
Most visits only really tells you that it's over 50% of visits.
Yeah. That's what I like. The safety and security.
I prefer that fact to the fact that it's got a desert on the coastline. Coastline is traditionally to do with the sea.
I scanned too fast.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, we all make mistakes. Do you want a quiz?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I hate to tell you, but I think I am going to have to take a bathroom break.
Oh gosh.
Right. Shall I take you with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, I'll mute it when it's appropriate.
Yeah, you can still quiz.
Yeah, let's quiz. Let's go.
Someone's
going to be in trap 2 next to you,
hearing
you just shout out answers.
I mean,
good news.
There's also a function. There's a function on your phone where you can turn the camera off.
Oh yeah, I'll turn that off. Right, let's quiz.
It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz.
Oh, we're gonna have a good time.
Come on, quickly. Come
Woo! Sorry, carry on.
Okay, so Mike will be in and out, So I'll start with Lewis.
Mostly out at this stage.
Okay. Lewis and Mike. Mike, you can hear me. You don't have to respond right now. You are both children who remember the 90s. You know, Mike, as we discussed, was a 70s child, but
what a decade.
Yeah, what a decade. So the 90s was a good decade. Now I want you to take it in turns to name 90s Easter eggs. Okay. So Easter eggs you could buy in the 90s.
I should warn you, I've got company in trap 1. I don't know who they are. It's awkward. Please don't talk to me, whoever's in trap 1. But yes, okay, fine. Go for it. So just brands.
Well, what was actually, the actual, not just brands. You need to be slightly more specific than brands. You couldn't just say Cadbury.
Gotcha.
That wouldn't work.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to start with Lewis. So if effectively, Mike, if when Lewis is talking, you can push. That would be good.
Okay.
Okay, Lewis. So 90s Easter eggs.
Smarties.
Smarties is a classic 90s Easter egg, and in the 90s, of course, when you open the egg, the Smarties were inside, weren't they?
Yeah, and I had a Smarties mug for many years, which the Easter egg sat in.
Yeah, they don't do many mug eggs these days.
That was one of the best things. I used to love getting an Easter egg with a mug. Yeah, I don't think you get as many these days.
You don't, do you? No, you're right.
We really should hurry things along here, lads, if we're going to dissect every egg.
All right.
Crunchy.
Crunchy, I will allow.
I'm referring to the egg, not my situation.
Mars.
Mars is solid. Yep, Mars is solid.
Snickers.
Sorry, Michael, are you okay?
Snickers.
Was it Snickers? What point did Marathon become Snickers?
Snickers was 90s.
Right.
Don't question my authority.
Okay. No, I was just checking, asking
Yeah.
a question. Everyone was thinking the same.
Yeah, you're fine.
Twix.
Maltesers.
Twix. Oh, he is batted that one away very quickly. Hang on, I do think tension might be handy here, so I'm just going to add in some tension.
There's more than enough tension in this situation. Oh, there's somebody else coming in. Play on.
Lewis.
Let's just let the tension music go with the mic. I reckon now starting to struggle a bit. Milky Bar.
Milky Bar, yes, good, very good.
Milky Way.
Milky Way, yes. Don't tend to get Milky Way eggs these days, but Milky Way, yeah.
Right, well, we're sort of making our way through boxes of celebrations here. In the
Oh, is that
components.
your tactic, is it? Okay.
Well, I think it kind of feels what we've done. Now, let's think. Bounty. Was there a bounty egg?
There was a bounty egg, yes.
Yes.
Oh, hand dry. Mini egg.
Mini egg, yes, yeah.
Yeah. I want to say a cream egg. Cadbury's cream egg.
Yeah, solid. Quite a safe option, that. Yeah, cream egg. Yeah.
I think I've got a bit of peace and quiet again.
Why?
Gonna have
Hang
a
on,
very
hang
awkward
on, hang
look
on.
from somebody in the office after this.
Why did you hand dry and then go
I
back?
didn't. That was whoever was in the trap one. They've up and left.
Right.
I'd like to go Kit Kat, please.
Kit Kat, yeah, solid. Yep.
Flake.
Flake, yes.
Oh dear. Aero.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I was going to go. Now I'm struggling.
Oh, you
Galaxy.
Yes. Yeah, you're good with Galaxy. You need to think a bit more about the 90s, then. That'll help
Milky
you.
Bar.
I've already said Milky Bar.
Oh no.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, hello, darkness.
Don't just sit in trap one saying hello, darkness.
Oh, I'm going.
So, Milky Bar, unfortunately, Mike, was repetition. Did you have any more in your locker, Mike?
Oh, I've got nothing in my locker, mate. And truth be told, it's a double flush, so bear with.
Oh, you haven't let the system fill up enough.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's cleared it. It's cleared it. Right, I'll be back with you.
Lewis, did you have any more?
No, I was starting to struggle. I was thinking some like minstrels. But...
Yeah. Okay. Here's some that you could have had. 101 Dalmatians.
What?
Double decker.
Oh yeah, double decker.
The best chocolate bar of all time, although we will have a separate podcast on this. The Maverick.
Oh, it was a good one.
Yeah.
The Maverick and the Fuse.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fuse. I did like a Fuse.
Fuse was there, obviously. Chewits.
Chewits Easter egg?
Easter egg?
Well, you got a pack of Chewits with a generic egg. That was how
Did
it
you?
worked.
Oh.
Yeah. Jelly Tots, likewise. Freddos. You could get a Polo Easter egg. You got an Easter
Wow.
egg with a packet of Polos in, which surely would have been. Picnics, Toblerone, fruit pastel Easter egg, opal fruits, toffee crisp, Lion bar, Boost bar, and there would have been others. A Dairy Box Easter egg, Quality Street Easter eggs themselves, and so on and so.
Very
forth.
good. Very good.
So that, gents, was the quiz as he finds the button. It's a quiz, it's a quiz, it's a quiz, it's a quiz.
Now, I'm I'm not sure whether it was my efforts in the quiz or elsewhere, but I'm exhausted. Utterly
Are
exhausted.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
I'm sorry about that. You other chocolate bars Easter eggs you could have had a Roundtree Secret. Do you remember them?
No.
No.
A Cadbury Spira Easter
Oh
egg.
yes, remember them? It was basically
Yeah.
it was a flake encased in chocolate.
It's a twirl, isn't it?
It's a twirl.
Yeah, it's a twirl. So Rolo, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Giant Smarties, I would have allowed.
Ooh,
I would have allowed
okay.
that. So, gents, we've had some questions.
Okay.
Let's go route one first. What is your best Easter egg and why,
Ooh. Well,
Lewis?
I think I've already mentioned it, but kind of in my mind and from my childhood, definitely the Smarties in the mug, just because that takes me back to a good time in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine because it's your choice, and life is all about choices.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick it now if I wanted my Easter egg now, but kind of as a child, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's fair. I used to be a big fan of the Smarties. Yeah, okay, Michael.
I like a gourmet egg, lads. So
Oh,
you know, one of those that's got like the bits of fudge built into it and the little chocolate lumps and chewy bits and
Exotic.
yeah, exactly that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of like a fudgy. I find normal chocolate a bit boring.
Well, yeah, you did say last week it was overrated. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
I think it is. Given the choice, I see them advertised every year, and I'm always too late to get them because they're sold out. But I'd have a cheese egg.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can buy them. Asda, I think, do them exclusively. But you can buy eggs made out of cheese.
Oh, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you thinking of a Baby Bell?
no. No. Although that would be great for egg rolling. Were it an egg. Yeah. No.
I don't think it would. I think there was an advert that Baby Bell did that was very good, where it followed a Baby Bell being rolled down a hill or something. And I think you now think that would be good for rolling, but it wouldn't work
right.
on grass.
Mm.
It's not
power
spherical.
of marketing. The power of marketing.
Yeah,
You can. Oh, what?
I was just reflecting upon your comments, and just the 90s were simpler times.
Yeah,
They were.
No gourmet eggs, no cheese eggs. They were simple times.
Yeah.
I mean, I like cheese and I like eggs, but I probably. How big is this cheese egg, Mike?
You can
And
buy
is it-
them from So here we go. It's back. Butler's Farmhouse. Cheese Easter eggs. They do a cheddar cheese flavour and a Black Sticks blue. Butler's Farmhouse. Let me just see if they're available or if they've sold out. They've almost certainly sold out. Cheese eggs are back and available to order now. Cheeselicious, which I'll be honest is a stretch, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
poor. Well, come on, let me buy one. Shop. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Where's the egg? They've sold out. Have they sold out? Hold on. They've sold out. Ridiculous. Every year they sell out by this point. But there you go.
Maybe creating demand by making them seem more exclusive.
Maybe like the PS5. Back in the day, it's very much the PS5 of the cheese world.
Do you remember Marks and Spencer's did a gin and tonic pancake topping sauce a few years ago, and they made so much of it on social media, but then you couldn't actually buy it in the shop.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's that sort of a tactic they're
It's
employing.
It's like Prime, the hydration drink.
It's a better, more relevant example than the one I just suggested. Yeah,
for the youngsters out there.
Yeah, we got to keep fairly hip and talk about Prime occasionally.
Hip to the
I know you've done some research, and obviously we've got our Algerian listeners. I wonder what the Easter egg of choice in Algeria is.
I will let you know that, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
I've got it pretty much on the top of my head, but I will. Oh dear. Well.
Hello.
Easter. There? Yeah. Can you hear us, Michael?
No, yeah. You just seem to be sort of I don't know, sort of slowly breaking down there.
I am slowly breaking down, mainly because, if I'm honest, Algeria isn't a huge Christian country.
That is true.
there
It's true.
appears to be a lack of Easter eggs or information about Algerian Easter eggs. You can buy an Easter egg that is wrapped in foil, which has got the Algerian flag on, which is lovely.
Oh,
But
that would make me very happy.
Yeah, well, there you go. Because you love the flag.
I like the flag.
But the main thing that comes up when you talk about really Google Algerian Easter eggs, it actually brings up Algerian shakshuka, which is what
Oh,
you
yeah.
made the other week.
It
Sorry,
is.
shakshuka is what you made the other week, Lewis.
It is. Oh, what a lovely callback, unexpectedly.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I
who
think
knew?
if we're going to play to our crowd, lads, we're going to have to wrap this one up fairly quickly and move on and produce our couscous episode.
So do you think that's the most popular dish in Algeria, do you?
Google tells me it is.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Right,
Yeah.
couscous is coming up. And apologies for calling it shakshuka. She was, do you remember her from first school, Mike? Mrs. Tomchinska.
Oh, Tom Chinska, I do remember her. Very fierce.
Different. It's a
Very
different word
fierce.
altogether.
Yeah.
Different word altogether. Yeah. So it's a callback that makes no sense to anyone.
Nope.
Okay. So so your favorite egg, Mike.
Yes.
Rolling back to that. We've ended up down a Algerian, hole somewhere. I didn't mean to appear there. So I once had a Thornton's egg which had fudge pieces all around it, and
Yeah, come on then.
that was delicious. I can actually taste it now. But yeah, Thornton's
Well,
not
that
really.
saves you the trouble of buying one, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
That's surely something like a Lindor egg. That's going to be up there. Lindor's the king, isn't it?
Lindor is the king, but
It
is the
is the king.
chocolate on its own without? So the egg,
Ooh.
obviously, if you imagine a Lindor egg that was actually filled with the inside of a
Oh,
Lindor,
with the magic cold filling.
exactly.
Yeah.
Is the egg, which is going to be solid chocolate, actually going to be that good?
It's a good point. Good point.
They do make Lindor eggs that are the size of a cream egg.
Yes, they do. Yeah, which is
So-
effectively just a slightly different shaped Lindor, really, isn't it?
But large. So I'd be curious to see if it works on that level, and then whether I can anticipate it stepping up a level again.
Yeah.
I'll do the research, boys. Leave it with me.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
If I'm
that
ever
would
able
be
to
good.
eat again without immediately passing it.
Yep, good. I mean, it may well be that you ate a 2-day-old lukewarm egg mayonnaise sandwich that had been in your footwell. That
Yeah.
might have been the problem.
Yep.
Thank
definitely
you for
was.
asking. Thank you for asking. But my favourite.
Oh, sorry,
best,
Phil. Yeah, what's your favourite?
the best Easter egg. Now, Lewis said Smarties, and Smarties would be fine if it wasn't for Nestle chocolate.
Okay.
Okay.
So, in my eyes now, it's Cadbury's or Mars chocolate that I want. And in recent years, I've actually gone a Mars because the
Right.
chocolate tends to taste a bit more like Galaxy, which it's still made by Master Foods. It's the same company. So yeah, my favorite would probably just be a simple Malteser's egg or something like that. Something like that these days. But yeah, not Nestle, unfortunately. I will eat Nestle if I have to.
Mm.
It's not.
I don't like what they do to babies in Africa.
Oh gosh, why am I editing? What?
There's something I recall, and our
Yeah.
Algerian listeners will know what I'm referring to. I think
Nestle.
Yeah, they did some bad stuff.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Right. Okay. I'm great. Well, not great. Obviously,
Not great.
Probably a bad choice of word. But let's move on.
Forgive me for taking some sort of moral standpoint here, Phil. Can't
Yeah.
all just be comedy.
Well, who knew even any of
Who
it
knew
was? But
Yeah.
that is, fine. Let's move on from that. Have you ever blown an egg?
Yes.
Yes.
Talk to me about your egg blowing experiences.
Lewis, would you like to go first? Because
Oh, wow.
I don't want you to come in after mine and it be a bit underwhelming, because mine is a spectacular tale.
Okay.
Oh, there's a tail. Wow.
A tale of
Wow.
triumph.
Wow. Well, my tale of triumph is that I have successfully blown an egg. Pinhole in the top, slightly bigger pinhole in the bottom. Remove yolk. I have nothing else to add to that story, Mike.
Well, lads, let me take you back to 1985, and a young Michael Botto in his first
second
year at
decade of
school.
life.
So again,
Michael Bottoni, second decade of life.
wow, that's harsh. It's not sad music, Phil. Anything but. It's a tale of triumph.
Oh, okay, fine.
Let's go with it. There I was, little Mikey B, 1985, in at school, year one.
Oh, hang on. I'm not comfortable with 6-year-old Michael and that music. So just fine. Let's just go some Handel.
I would have been 5, to be clear. Anyway, yeah. So round came the letter in our book bags. This year we'll be holding a blown egg, decorated egg competition.
Oh,
for the whole school. This wasn't split by age group. I was pitting my wits against the year 4s.
Yeah, that's quite something.
St James's first school.
St James's first school in Alder Holt.
Yeah, there is only one class per year group, just for anyone outside of.
Sure thing. But I'm pitting my wits against people 3 years my senior.
Yeah, true.
You know, their skills would have been, vastly superior to mine. But the work rate wasn't, lads. I put to task, and I created a Mickey Mouse egg with little sellotapes on ears, beautifully painted. I've got the photo in our family album. I won first prize, £20.
Oh,
£20?
Yeah.
Wow, in 1985, that was quite a time.
Practically could have bought me a house at the time.
Yeah.
Where's
I
got £20 prize? The PTA must have been bankrupt for the year.
I thought they were the PTA's comments. Mike has made a Mickey Mouse egg.
Oh dear. No, it was the envy of all the children.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you then smash the top off it and put some cress inside?
No, I think we kept it on the kitchen windowsill for as long as we possibly could.
100 years?
Not 100 years.
All of Lent.
Yeah, it stayed there for quite a while on show, and so it should have done. I mean, what a moment for us as a family.
And then, unfortunately, that year was usurped by me being born later on.
Yeah.
So that then the egg came quite insignificant.
Well, in the eyes of my parents, yes, probably it did.
I can't imagine Mum would have liked extra clutter in the kitchen, like probably, in fairness, a badly drawn Mickey Mouse egg.
No, it was quite the honour to bestow upon us, not just me. It was a win. It was a victory for the family. We were looked upon in great honour following that victory until the following year when somebody else won. It's a big deal. Village life, mate, in the 80s. There wasn't a lot going on. It was the talk of the town.
Was it? I would welcome.
This is how I remember it anyway. I was 5, but this is how I recall it.
I will put a post on the local community Facebook page and just see if anyone's got any particular highlights from 1985.
Okay.
And I'll see what they come back with, and then we can find out next week.
I'd love that, please, if you wouldn't mind. I dare say it will be referenced.
So I'll type it up now. Hi, older Holtians.
Yeah.
Weird question. But if you were in the village in 1985,
most people were.
What
once you're there, you don't leave.
What was the highlight of your year? What was the highlight of your year?
What was
your village highlight of the year?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine, and I can approve it because I'm in charge of the village thing because you've disappeared for Lent. So,
thank you.
Yep. Fine. We'll see what happens there.
Great.
So you have blown an egg. I did not know that story. I hadn't even set you up for it. So,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Phil,
what, do you think 5 years? I mean, by the time I probably understood anything in the world, it was 5 years later. I would suggest. I wasn't even born when you blew your egg. So how would I possibly know about it? Mum hasn't been showing me pictures. I've never seen this egg picture you claim.
Well, You'll see it. You'll see it very shortly. When I get home, I'm going to dig out the family album. I've got them under my bed, actually, Mum's family albums, and I will send you.
How have you been entrusted with Mum's family albums?
She lent them to me about 6 months ago and has forgotten. So
okay, so entrusted means okay, great.
Yeah. So I'll send you a picture on the WhatsApp on the Chip Advisor thread, and I think you'll all be pretty impressed.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. What are your views on homemade Easter eggs? A way to counteract the shrinkflation in shops. What are your views? Because you get the Easter egg molds you can buy.
I've never heard of it. Never given it any thought.
No, nor me. I don't know that I'd go in for that. That feels like a bit like hard work.
It's not though, is it? It's you're melting some chocolate and then you can chuck your bits of fudge in there.
Yeah.
And
you're going to make me one?
Make you one?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, that seems unnecessary. I don't have one of the molds.
Okay.
I've got some half dome molds, but they are quite small.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be egg shaped, so that is a shame.
You've got, Phil, 3 minutes to throw all the listener questions at me and Lewis.
I don't want to do that because a lot of the questions were, what is the best egg?
Okay.
So, what I will do is ask you, what is your favourite ever Easter memory?
I don't know if I've mentioned 1985.
Right.
That's going to be right up there.
Okay. So 1985, before I was born, which seems harsh.
Well, yeah. We the three of us were the founders of a community festival that we ran every Easter for a number of years, and we had some good times there. Tinchy Strider playing in our village recreation ground on a Good Friday Eve. That was quite a good moment.
Yeah.
S Club, or some members from S Club turning up to effectively a tent in a field to play. Clearly, they'd been upsold the event by you.
They had.
That was a moment when their dressing room was a bus.
As far as they were aware, they were coming to the concert venue that was Alder Holt Parklands.
Yes,
locally known as the Wreck.
Yeah.
I remember on a Good Friday, I was talking to Bewitched, who were also one of our headliners, and they were not eating meat that day because that's what people in Ireland don't eat meat on Good Friday.
There you go.
Whole conversation with them. I don't know if it's a Roman Catholic thing, possibly. I don't know.
Phil, what's your favourite Easter memory?
He should know before throwing accusations out there. I remember being stood next to Bewitched. We were having a team photo with Bewitched, and I was stood next to one of them. I'm gonna say Kiwi, Mike. Is that
lovely Kiwi? Yeah.
I know where this story's going. This was a nice moment.
And she looked down, and then she looked at me, and she said, "Are you wearing shoes that have got your face printed on them?" And I had no way of explaining it apart from just looking really odd. Yeah, very, very weird. My favourite Easter memory and continued Easter memories is that in the village we live in, there is an Easter bunny. And I mean, there's a lot of houses, but there is an Easter bunny that goes round and he drops an egg outside every house in the village during the night.
What a guy.
I think that is pretty cool. So that's always the magic the next day. It's the only nice day to be running the local community Facebook page because people are generally positive, although you still end up with people going, "Someone's nicked my egg."
Yes. That is a thing.
I feel like you could put something like that on the Daily Mail online and see what comments you got. It'd be
what the event, what the bunny coming round.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of anger.
There'd be a lot of furious people. Easter bunny's trying to poison people.
I have got one more question. Have you ever bought a shop's own Easter egg? If so, why? If so, how was it? Because I see them every year and they're about the same price as buying a branded one, and I don't understand who's buying them.
Don't recall ever having one. Sorry, Phil. Bit of a damp answer for you.
That's very damp. It's not the only thing damp about you this episode.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Lewis,
No, I don't recall ever seeing such things.
ever seeing such things? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, any sort of like Tesco, Morrison's,
So
Asda.
Tesco's own Easter egg.
Yeah. I'm sure. Well, they definitely have done in the past, but certainly Morrison's do them this year. They're called like Morrison's Deluxe Easter eggs or something like that. But yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm gonna check now.
Every day's a school day. I don't remember ever seeing them.
Mike, you were researching something a minute ago. What was that?
Algeria.
No, you were going to get back to us, and
I like the idea of sort of a Tesco's value Easter egg, like in Primark now. You can buy like Greggs branded jumpers and Tesco's value jumpers. I feel like a Tesco value Easter egg box would be quite the thing.
Yeah, boys, I'm going to have to go and do
I think let's leave it now. Let's leave it now, Mike.
I'm going to have to do the awkward shuffle down what is a long office. I think I know from the huffing and puffing when they were pulling their trousers up who it was next door to me. But I'm going to
know your colleagues too well.
Yeah, I'm going to try and not make any eye contact. Just head straight back to my desk.
Sorry, so how would you have previous knowledge of what someone sounds like pulling their trousers up at your workplace?
It's a fun game to play. You know the game Squeak Piggy Squeak?
No.
Oh, so you gather a circle and you blindfold somebody, and then they spin around and they point, and whoever they're pointing at has to make a squeak noise, which is weird because pigs don't generally squeak.
Yeah.
And then they have to guess who it is that's squeaking. We don't. I was gonna set up that we play that game with pulling your trousers up in the office. We don't, but it would be akin to that, and I think I'd be pretty good at it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. This feels like a very natural place to end the podcast, maybe permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all good. Lewis, any other business?
No, I think for me to say Easter blessings, friends and listeners.
Oh,
lovely.
That's
lovely. Nice. Okay, Mike, any other business? I mean, apart from the fact that you got to
go. No. I look, just a bit of a spoiler alert. He does come back to life. Just I don't know when this is going out, but I'm just putting that little spoiler alert. He does come back to life.
Wonderful. Well, that is good news. All right. Take care. Have a good week.
Bye now.